Welcome back to the channel. Good morning and welcome to my Christmas extravavanza. And I know you're probably asking yourself, what does a guy that has a broken down van do on his Christmas extravavanza? And that's a good question. And the answer is, we make a gingerbread van. So I've never made a gingerbread van before. I've never made a gingerbread anything before. I'm a lot closer to a wake baker than an actual baker. But we're going to see how this goes. So first things first, we're going to pop some bottles. Oh, that didn't go smoothly at all. Anyways, we pop some bottles. We're going to pour a mimosa, and then we're going to roll out a dough, and we're going to make a gingerbread van together. Ugh. Well, that is substantially better. So we're going to roll some dough, but first I'm going to show you, I made this dough last night, so I'll just roll some footage of me making dough, then rejoin you while we're rolling out the dough. 6 cups of flour. And I'm going to add this. I got 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of ginger, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, maybe a teaspoon, I forget. And I was supposed to use some clove / allspice in here, but I don't have that. And this is more for views than it is for taste. So that's what we're putting in. Give that a good mix. I'll set that aside. We got 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of butter. It's supposed to be room temp, but it's a little colder than that, but I think it'll work. Then we got an electric beater. The recipe calls these a stand mixer, but obviously I do not own that. So that's working out slightly mediocre. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for like 10 seconds and see if it'll mix better. Spent 20 seconds in the microwave. See if it mixes better. So that looks good to me. I'm going to add some eggs. There's 2 eggs. And 1 cup of molasses. And now we're going to beat it again. I was worried that I was going to spray everywhere. But we are good to go. So that looks good to me. We're going to come back with my powdered. I believe it tells me to put half of that into this, but obviously you can see this is the way bigger bowl. So we're just going to have to kind of give her and hope it works out. So now we're going to mix this up. I'm going to hit it with these beaters again. Well, it looks pretty dry, so the recipe did call for a little bit of water, so I'm going to add some water in until it gets to a consistency that I desire. dump it out. Oh man. Well, that looks a little drier than I think it should, but I'm kind of just going to split it into 2 packs, throw it in the fridge, and then see what happens. Couple good sized handfuls there. And clean up a little. Obviously, since it didn't fit in the cling wrap, we're going with some aluminum foil. Fire these bad boys into the fridge, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so I'm back. I got my UFOs, the dough. These have been out for about 20 minutes now. The recipe said for at least 10. I anticipate them being pretty stiff still, but luckily I'm strong. And we are going to smash these into a gingerbread van, no matter what. Put one aside. I still have water here from when we flooded, just in case, you know. I didn't literally flood, but I was worried about the city that was flooded. And we'll get some flour going. Unwrap our UFO. She called it UF dough. Anyways. Well, there we go. So, get a rolling pin here. Maybe need some of that. This is my granny's old rolling pin. She taught me how to bake way back in the day. I didn't learn much, but I did bake. Oh, this thing is stiff. I feel like my dough is drier and stiffer than it should be, but I don't really have any reason to know that. I'm just guessing, but it is what it is. Who knows if this will turn into a nailed it episode or not, but as with everything, we're just gonna have to see. Well, I'm just going to take my templates, press it in, get a big knife, and we are going to okay. I'm going to make a note on this. This is done. So when I put the new van, I'm going to put it the other direction. So if there's only one good side, it'll be the one that's down, you know? I feel like I should be saying some creative shit here, but I'm focused. Okay. Try not to damage this one. This is by far the biggest piece, and I'm moderately concerned. Oh, this thing's stuck pretty good. If it comes off I don't want any little cracks or anything in here. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, there we go. It's gonna go on a 350 degree oven. I'm gonna pack this up, clean up a little bit, and then I'll just rejoin you when it's all out of the oven and make some icing and then assemble and have another mimosa. Okay, so I'm back. All my gingerbread here is quite crispy. I feel like it's really solid, so I think it's going to go together without issues. I don't think it's going to collapse or anything, but I'll drink to that thought. So I don't think it'll collapse. As long as my icing holds, I think I'm going to be in good shape. So that being said, I'm going to make some icing now and get rid of these. I should pose for a photo. So we have a bowl. We have 2 egg whites. I saved the yolks to make scrambled eggs to go with the rest of my brunch. Now I got 1 1/3 cups of icing sugar. I have another bowl of the same amount set aside. And we're gonna hit this with the beater. So now I'm gonna add the rest of my powdered sugar. I still don't think that's quite thick enough. It's supposed to be stiff peaks, and these are, I don't know, 85% stiff. We've all been there. That's as stiff as I'm going to let it get. Oh no! That could have been catastrophic. A little damage to my Tim Biebs box. These are worth money, so I want to keep it. Probably worth a little less now it has icing sugar on it, but that's life. I'm going to take a Ziploc bag, a big one, and I'm going to spoon this. I'm going to spatula this thing in there. Wanted to get it all down low. Not stuck on the bag up top, but okay, so all my icing is in this bag here. All my pieces are here. Again, feels stiff. Almost gonna work straight on here. I might regret that later, but that's what's happening now. Cut the tip off. Just the tip. I made these earlier. And I think I'm going to sort of pre-label these. So I know which one goes where. Some of them I know. Some are slightly a guess. So, yeah, rear. Hey. Let's give her. Yeah. There we go. Should have done this part sooner. Then we go roof. A little more in for stability. Now I'm gonna pre-do these. So, I need glue here. That looks fucking good to me. Front bumper. Rear bumper. I got Reese Thins. I'm gonna make my wheels. They are a little smaller than I anticipated. I wanted some big old meaty rims, but put those bad boys down. So when I roll this thing over, it should sit flat on my beautifully spaced wheels. Back with candy reinforcements, Twizzlers, Smarties. Put a doorknob on there. I'll take one of these. Take a couple of these. Let's cut that down to size. Slightly smaller. And sweet decorations. I'll eat a piece. That's what gingerbread houses or gingerbread vans are all about. I think we need a Smartie for rims. Oh, we're gonna go with this ugly green color. We'll put another Reese cup for rim on the rear door. So maybe that's a little foreshadowing on what's to come with the van. Maybe not though. You have to like and subscribe to find out. Ooh, dang it. And I'll throw some headlights on here. Big old bright yellow headlights. Can't really detail out the grill much, but I'll put a big batch of icing there. Kind of looks like my GMC logo without the logo. Or it looks like the grill without the logo, but actually, you know what it needs? Make a Reese cup, a light bar, just like my own little light bar, except not quite as bright. Okay, so I've let this thing solidify a little bit, but honestly I'm kind of impatient, so I'm just going with it. I had to do some more decorating. One thing I forgot in the rear is tail lights. What we're going to do is put an RV fan on the roof here. Let's make it pink. So we got an RV fan of 4 Smarties. Because I have the 11-inch fan, you go 6 or 8 Smarties if you have the standard 14-inch. Now I gotta do a roof rack, I guess. Roof rack. Side. Crossbar there. Crossbar there. Take these bad boys.
Toblerone roof on here. On the roof. So yeah, canoe on the roof. No, I want to do more canoeing on this channel. I like to do some van life and canoeing, so that's a little foreshadowing. And I'm going to cover this thing nicely. I have enough ice in here. I should be able to make this look more like a canoe. And then I'm going to get 5 amber. We can do some cab lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be some foreshadowing. I kind of want to put cab lights on my van. I'm not 100% sold on the idea, but I think that's the way I want to go. Look like a big rig. Maybe let me know in the comments if I should do cab lights. That's gonna look sweet when you see it. Let's peel one of these off. Peel a few more off. Rope. Let's tie it on the canoe. Let's put a front license plate on there. And recover up this line. This looks a little more realistic, if you can call it that. I kinda think that's it. Okay, I'm gonna let it harden up and then do a little close up. There we go, in all its glory. This is the slightly worse side. I think we're staying. Turned out mighty fine. So there you go, finished product. I'm super stoked about it. I'm actually, I actually think it was better by a fair margin than I thought it was gonna be. So I'll drink to that. And that pretty much concludes this Christmas extravavanza. So hopefully my next videos will actually be back in my van, doing some canoeing, doing some camping, doing some van lifing, doing some work on my van. And yeah, pretty much that's the end of this episode. So Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.